red zone, Iola takes on Axtell. Plus, the University Trojans clash against China Spring. And in our game of the week, the Hamilton Bulldogs travel to face the Crawford Pirates. So get out your pom-poms and wear your team colors proud, because the red zone starts now.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. It is somehow already week 3 of Red Zone. I'm Shaw Jam, that's Donna Conrad. Like I said, Donna, how are we here already at week 3?
We are moving, but I'm excited. We had some really, really good games this week, and whether it be defensive battles, offensive slugfest, we are in full swing in high school football.
Absolutely. Well, let's full swing over to our game of the week. Now, our game of the week. Game to start. Halston Hale rushed for 1,000 yards last season. Here he gets stuffed by the Pirates. Now, Crawford didn't have much luck to start either. Fumbled to start and a swarm of Bulldogs to take them down. Now, how about through the air? Not much luck here either. Devin Eanes gets wrapped up by Caden Anderson. Well, let's try a QB run. Nothing there. The Pirates coming to shore to take over. Crawford would start getting going at near the end of the first quarter. Cooper Denard takes it up the middle. Has some room, gets chunk yardage for them. Let's try that again. Denard takes it up the middle, gets it close to the end zone. First quarter is going to come to an end. Let's go to the second quarter now. Cade Carroll gets it this time, and the senior punches it in for the Pirates. And looking at the final score, Crawford remains unbeaten as they win 14-12.
All right, 2 explosive offenses kicking off in China Spring tonight. The University Trojans and China Spring Cougars both enter this one 1-1, looking for their second win of the season. So let's take you out there. Some fireworks early in this one. Remember, the China Spring has a loud horn, okay? Opening kickoff, Maddox Moline back to receive, takes it up the field. He cuts left, he cuts right. He's got an opening. Will he be gone? Not quite. But a big return to put the Cougars into Trojan territory. A couple plays later, China Spring quarterback Jackson Knapp hands it off to Ryan Hale, who takes it around the outside and into the end zone, gives the Cougars an early 7-0 lead. But now it's the Trojans' turn to respond. Second play of the drive, University quarterback Savoy Nichols drops back and airs it out to London Smith, puts it right in the breadbasket. Whoop, he gone. There we go. Just like that. Little Selly dance. Here we go. Turning things up, Trojans tie things up at 7. Come on now with the celebration dances. Now, later in the first, Knapp looking to make something happen. He rips it down the field, but it's picked off. Jeremiah Green gets the ball back to his offense. And let me tell you, this was many, many plays, many penalties, okay? Same drive for the Trojans. Nichols looking deep again, but this one picked off by Hale, getting it done on both sides of the ball tonight. Now, remember that horn? I forgot about it too, okay? I forgot about it too. Trojans defense holds it down. China Spring comes up empty. Next Trojan possession, Nichols fakes it, takes it himself, and University runs away with this one. With the final, they win 48-24 over the Cougars. Now let's take you down to the Brazos Valley, where the Hearn Eagles travel to Bryan to take on the Brazos Christian Eagles. It's Eagles versus Eagles. So let's get right into it. Midway through the first quarter, Hudson Jacobus connects with Micah Sachs, caught in double coverage. Sachs breaks not 1, not 2, but 3 tackles and takes it all the way into the end zone. That makes it 15-0 Brazos Christian. Great way to extend that lead. And the Eagles kept soaring. Who did that to me? Jacobus hands it off to Slayton Caffey, who finds daylight and outruns the Hearn defense for another score. End of the first. Hearn lines up to punt, but Carson Ramsey blocks it, scoops it up, and takes it to the house. How often do we see that? Not many. Into the second, Jacobus strikes again, this time finding Cade Bird wide open in the end zone for another score. 35-0 all Brazos Christian. But before the half is over, Hearn showing some life. Zayden Merson avoids a sack, launches one down the sideline to, who's it going to be? James Benford III. Takes it nearly 50 yards to the end zone. That deserves a little he gone. And this one, final, Brazos Christian takes down Hearn 50-20.
All right, over to Axtell. Longhorns are up 6-0 over Iola in the first quarter. Quarterback Levi Leathers, he's looking to extend that lead as he hands it off to Talon Perkins, makes his way over to the left side, breaks a tackle, and is brought down inside the 10-yard line. And if it ain't broke, Donna, don't fix
Do
it.
not fix it.
Leathers to Perkins, round 2, as he bulldozes his way into the end zone for the score. Horns then go for 2. They're going to be unsuccessful, though. They're going to go up 12-zip over the Bulldogs. Now it's Iola's turn to try and get some points on the board. Austin Calvillo with the return weaves in and out until he is brought down by a group of Horns. Bulldogs were unsuccessful on that drive, but Axel will capitalize on their success. Leathers heaves to Porter. He is gone. No one around him. Add to the home team score. Iola desperately needs points on the board, though. We go to the second quarter. Brody Vaughn, he's going to get the catch and carry, and he goes all the way into the corner of the end zone. Bulldogs next possession, though, after this. Adrian Garrett, he's going to be on the carry, but somehow it leaves his hands into the Horns' possession, and they take advantage and score. And looking at the final in this game, Axel takes care of business. They win 47-7. All right, moving ahead, the Mart Panthers take on the Riesel Indians in a very evenly matched bout. We start off with a powerful run from Panthers running back DeQuinn Preston, who just leaves the defensive line in the dust. A classic he gone moment, and gets caught just short of the goal line, though. He clearly wanted more out of that one. Determined to see the drive through himself, Preston, he's going to get the ball on the next. Charges through the end zone, taking the lead from the Indians 7-6. Indians looking to answer with a trick play that gets the ball to Pistol Tulos, who's able to slip past enough defenders to secure the first down in style. Back to the Panthers, though. Aiden Lauderdale hands off to Ahmad Scott, who blitzes past the defenders and stays a hard target to grab another Panthers first down. Closing out with another hard-earned first down, QB Arias Landrum. He's going to take the snap. He's going to find Tegan Childers on the outside, who is sent out of bounds, but not before grabbing a fresh set of downs. Looking at this one, Mart, they win this one 33-6.
Well, there's nothing quite like football in the fall, the smell of a concession stand, the taste of some popcorn, and of course, the sound of the band. Our band of the week, it's the Lampasas Badgers. The Red Zone continues, coming up next.
Listen to that, school spirit. Shout out to Lake Belton for being our school spirit of the week.
Every year I look forward to this one, the Franklin-Lorena rivalry. It was my introduction to high school football. Whether it's postseason or just a regular season game, this game is extremely competitive. So let's go ahead and take you out to Lorena, where the Leopards hosting the Lions. This one, always a good one. Let's see if tonight is going to be the same. First quarter, Lions quarterback Walker Anderson under center, takes the snap, fakes the handoff, rolls to his left, great blocking, gives Anderson a ton of room. He saunters into the end zone. Franklin up 7-0. Lorena looking to respond. Quarterback Jackson Blanchett drops back. He's got time, and he sends this one deep over the middle. It's almost picked off, but Kyle Coates hangs on to it, hauls it in for a big first down. Coates lets the people know, move those chains. And then Blanchett says, well, let's run it back. He drops back again. He's got time. And he finds, you guessed it, it's Coates in the back of the end zone. Leopards even things up at 7. Later in the first, Lions in the red zone. Anderson pitches it to R.J. Fulton, finds a big hole, bounces up the middle, off Leopard defenders, and barrels into the end zone. The two-point try is no good. And the final on this one, Franklin takes it 56-42. Late in the fourth quarter. Let's see if that one holds. All right, a battle of the undefeated. The Chaparral travels down Highway 190 to take on Lampasas. And Chaparral quarterback Bryson Coleman throws to Harrison Lyon, who is immediately brought down by Campbell Roberts. Later in the first, Lampasas quarterback Bryson Roberts is flushed out of the pocket, and it's the Bobcats' Amir Bolton Smith with the sack. This one, all defense so far. I have a feeling that's going to be a theme. To the second quarter, Coleman barely escapes the sack, but the Badgers' Sean Smith snags it out of the air for the interception, and Lampasas has the ball again. late in the second quarter. Roberts drops back for the Badgers, but it's Chaparral's Demetrius Davis gets the strip sack. Aiden McCollum picks it and takes it all the way down inside Badger territory. The Bobcats were not able to score. This one was tied 0-0 at halftime, and in the fourth, Lampasas up 13-12 in the fourth.
All right, Texas Christian Lions starting the game with a roar against the Live Oak Falcons. Quarterback Cooper Smith, he's going to toss back to Austin Evans as he walks straight into the end zone to put the Lions on the board. First, 7-zip. Lions still hungry for more, though. Handoff to Coulter Ragsdale up the middle into the end zone to extend their lead 14-0. To the second quarter, Ragsdale runs to his right, narrowly avoids a tackle by the ankle as he makes it into the end zone for another score. Lions are rolling tonight. The Live Oak finally gets a response. Joshua Black, he's going to find Sawyer Hillman into the end zone to finally put the Falcons on the board, but it wouldn't be enough as we currently look at the score. And we actually do have a final score. Live Oak does win this one Centex wins this 47-7. All right, let's recap some Thursday action. Lake Belton taking on Killeen. Check this out. Both head coaches' sons got to take part in the coin toss.
That.
They are both on the same T-ball team.
Oh, come on now.
All right, well, now let's go to the game. Lake Belton starts off with a bang. Check out this throw by Maverick Maddox to Davian Peters right here, getting up, and I'll take that, and he takes the lead right there. The Roos would respond, though. Look at this run down the sideline. He nearly goes all the way, but he's just taken down in the red zone.
Name of the show,
Donna. Amari Page would finish it off, though. He's going to get the score to tie it up 7-7. Lake Belton is going to march down the field again. Arrington Alexander looks like he gets tackled, but he brushes it off. Takes it into the end zone to retake the lead. It was Run City for Killeen, though. Amari Page, open space all the way. Donna, he's gone. He's gone for the score. But Lake Belton again would march down the field. Alexander again with the touchdown. Lake Belton, it was a back and forth game, but the Broncos take the win 28-21. All right, welcome back. Well, before we wrap things up, we do my personal favorite part of the show. It is the play of the week. There are so many great plays, but only one, everybody, can be our play of the week. Shall we take a look, Donna?
That's right. Let's take a look.
All right, there it is. It's going to go to Lorena. Jackson Blanche, he's going to drop back, sends one deep over the middle. It's almost going to be picked off, but look at that. Kyle Coates onto the ball right there. Wow, what a play.
Listen, Franklin almost intercepts this. Almost a big momentum shift, but instead Kyle Coates says, I don't think so. Hits him with the CeeDee Lamb first down celebration that would cause CeeDee a fine and a penalty in the NFL. But hey, it's high school football, so he gets to have fun and do it. Yeah. But what a play.
I know CeeDee Lamb is proud.
Of course. And listen, this Franklin-Lorena game, we're still hearing updates.
Going.
It's still going. It's in the fourth quarter. How amazing I said this rivalry was introduced to me when I first got down here. It was the first high school football game that I went to, and it blew my mind just how back and forth. It's always an offensive battle. I believe the score is 63
Last
to 4.
I checked, it was 63-49. So
okay.
It's still going. It looks like Franklin does have things up, but you never know because there still is a lot of time left in the game.
Well, and isn't that crazy just how this game always seems, regardless of where the teams are competitive-wise, this one is always competitive between these two. It's one of my favorite rivalries across the state.
So I have a question. When you think of this rivalry, what is kind of the first thing you think of?
I think of Bryson Washington scored 3 touchdowns in the first quarter for Franklin of the first game that I went to, and that will always stick with me because he's crushing it for the Baylor Bears now, and it is no surprise to me that he's doing as well as he is because that was my first taste of Bryson Washington.
You'll get to see him in action as Baylor is hosting Samford tomorrow at 11 a.m.
That's right. Tune in to Central Texas Game Day where we'll give you all of the information for the Aggies, the Bears, the Longhorns, you name it. We've got it all. Central Texas Game Day brought to you by Zimmerman Law tomorrow morning at 10 a.m.